Hey, what's up guys? Nick from Soho Motorsports, and today we're talking about Fred Morgan's 2011 Nissan 370Z. Hey, what's up guys? Nick from Soho Motorsports, and today we're talking about Fred Morgan's 2011 Nissan 370Z Soho V2 supercharger kit and a bunch of modifications to make this thing sound good and actually match the way it looks now. 2011 Nissan 370Z, Fred Morgan brought this vehicle to us to have it modified and boosted. So this vehicle came to us as any other vehicle came to us, basically naturally aspirated. This vehicle had shorty intakes and a couple of other modifications, had an up rev tune on it. So your typical modifications on this vehicle. He's wanting more power, and so here we are. So what did we do on this particular build to allow him to make the end goal power of 550 that he was shooting for? So as I always say in the videos that we do, oil gallery gaskets are the #1 thing to check before you go boost. Why? Because what happens is those things will fail and cause basically the engine to lose oil pressure. You lose oil pressure, like I say, is like losing blood pressure. You lose blood pressure, you basically pass out and then you die. So oil gallery gaskets on this vehicle, as you can see, I'll put up here, you can see we actually found a piece of material in his oil pan when you dropped the lower oil pan. Yes, it is a 2011. It was low mileage, around 40 to 50,000 miles. However, it doesn't matter. 09 to early 14s, you're gonna have the paper gaskets. 14 and newer, you're gonna have basically the hardware back out and basically allow it to lose oil pressure there as well too. So if you're wanting to go boost, make sure you check your oil pressure so that way you are good to go when you do add a supercharger kit or a turbocharger kit. Any force induction kit that you add on the vehicle, make sure you're good to go on that. So let's talk about the other modifications that were done on this vehicle. He went with the Z1 headers and also the Z1 engine mounts, along with the Soho V2 air-to-air supercharger kit. This is a different one. He went with basically the Recirc kit, which is going to basically recirculate the air back into basically the system, as you can see in the picture here that I'm going to put up here. You can see how it recircs here. Sounds great, keeps it quiet, so basically you don't even think it's supercharged until you actually get on it and he's gone. So a lot of red was put into this vehicle. Obviously the vehicle is red. He's got a lot of powder coating. We powder coated the piping, we powder coated the catch can, and then we also did the supercharger cover. So it actually came out really, really nice. As you can see, I'll put up a picture of the engine bay so you can see how it looks. Came out really, really nice. Matches the Nismo cover, matches everything else that he has going on with the vehicle. #1 question, what did it take to get to that end goal of 550, of which was his initial goal when he brought the car to us? Hey, I want to make 550 wheel on pump gas. So pump gas, 1050cc injectors, 340 liter per hour fuel pump, along with about 11 or so pounds of boost. We did 2 maps for him. So the first map that we did, he ended up putting down 512 wheel and 375 foot-pounds of torque at 11.77 PSI. You can see the graph. Nice, clean. We always want to give another aggressive map. That'll be his map 2. So the aggressive map that we did ended up putting up 554 and 407 at 11.49 PSI. That wide range of power whenever he wants to. He also has a custom traction control mapping that we do with any vehicle that has a build done here. We incorporate that into that build. Basically allows you to turn off the traction control, use a swipe, you can adjust how much traction control you want, and you can turn it off. So that way you can have fun, do donuts, whatever you want to do with the vehicle. Just be sure that you're doing it in a safe location. You're not putting anybody else's lives in danger. So this was a very fun build. 34-row oil cooler was the last thing that was put onto this vehicle to allow the temperatures to stay down. Anytime you do boost on these vehicles, oil temps will increase. Many of you guys have seen oil temperatures do increase NA. You'll see 220, 230 when you spirit drive these things. So adding the oil cooler on there keeps these temps around 180 to 200, especially after driving it and beating on it with the forced induction kit. So the rest of the vehicle, Z1 clutch components were put into this vehicle. He had those actually on before he came to us. Motored on exhaust. So the vehicle sounds good, it looks great. Let's go to the dyno and see what it did on the dyno, and we'll go from there. Thanks guys for staying this long and watching the entire video. I want to give a personal thank you from our team at Soho Motorsports to Fred for trusting us with this build. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button below and follow us on all forms of social media, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and also YouTube here. We'll catch you guys on the next one.